Zadandani, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. This is my first video talking about the new season of My Hero Academia. Now, I'm going to be doing episodes in review where I'm basically going to be talking about every single episode and how they connect to the manga. Now, obviously, since this is the very first episode, I wanted to actually start off by doing something different by taking a page out of Mother's Basement's book and talking a little bit about the opening. So, yeah, if you guys don't know who Mother's Basement is, which if you're watching this video, I have no idea what you're doing, his link will be down in the description below. But anyways, guys, let's get into this. So, obviously, the show starts out with Deku's hand reaching out multiple times, first as a child, then as a middle school student, and finally in his ruined hand state. These are all very important to what has happened in the past. And basically, a lot of the first few scenes in the opening are looking back at what has happened throughout these past seasons, and Deku's resolve to go forward, becoming better, and he's no longer chasing All Might, but rather forging his own path, which, while it does take some inspiration from All Might, it's his own path, and he is going to continue to grow with it. As you can see, we have a few scenes with him jumping through and even kicking off his coat, which I'm not 100% certain on why they decided to do that, but it's a good way to transition into showing a lot of the things from the past and how all of the students have come together to come to UA and become better, showing several scenes that impacted Deku and his team's life throughout this entire journey. And it also shows some of the important effects that have happened. Of course, ending with All Might's losing his powers. And a few other things, but primarily that was where it ends. And it made sense to end it there. Then it jumps to a scene with Deku and his classmates standing ready to fight in the next battle, including seeing every single classmate, which is kind of interesting considering the fact that actually very few of them were actually important for this first part of the season, with them only showing up for the first episode. Many of them will not be appearing in the future episodes, most likely, until the second and third arc. Then we see several of the teachers, including Aizawa, being upset, which is important. We will get to that and of course the big three. So before we continue talking about the big three, I want to talk a little bit about Aizawa. Seeing that Aizawa is kind of alone while the rest of the teachers stand together is not really important in the series, but realizing that this is the truth is actually probably part of the reason why he later adopts Eri as his own daughter, which, while it's not 100% confirmed, it is part of the truth, and it's amazing to see that happening. Then, of course, like I said, we see the big three, and each one has their own little ways of showing who they are, and it's awesome. Along with, of course, the rest of the teammates, including Fat Gum, Night Owl, or whatever his name is, and the Dragoon Hero, along with a lot of their sidekicks and a few other characters that we have yet to meet, even in the manga. Probably going to be rather important and important heroes in the actual battles. Then we come to Eri, looking forward and in fear of Overhaul, a common theme for this entire season. Then we return to All Might walking forward with his back to the chaos of all that has happened with Shigaraki, as well as with his master dying. These things have impacted him, but he moves on, and he understands that. And we also see his past sidekick continuing to move on, but still chasing All Might. And All Might is now realizing that he needs his sidekick, even in this time of need. And they run towards each other, which, while we don't see them actually meet up, it's good to see that they are actually working towards that eventual goal, even though we know that won't happen. Then we see a lot of the teammates and what is going to be happening in this new segment, seeing almost every single person that is going to be joining in this amazing fight, and how even in the hard times they will make it through together. We also see the name of the song along with the amazing band Blue Encount. I do want to mention that they have not released Polaris yet, which is the name of the song, but needless to say, it is a very good song, and I, for one, really enjoy it. I do have to say that I'm glad to see that we get a decent shot of some of the different heroes, including the Dragoon hero, Fat Gum, these Ochako, and of course the League of Villains being separated by Tsuyu, and Endeavor joining the fight, along with the others. Definitely some important fights that will be showing up later, including the biggest fight, Deku versus Overhaul. Eri then shows up in need of help, and it's really amazing to see this falling scene where Deku chases after Eri, wanting to make sure that she is safe. And you can see the desperation on the two of their faces, Eri to be saved because she needs someone who actually cares for her, and Deku who refuses to let anyone fall. And it's amazing. I do wish that they had actually connected their hands together, but unfortunately it doesn't happen in this. But it truly is important to see how much the two of them really do care for each other. And we see this happening more and more as we continue in the series. And of course we have the sun rising to show that there is hope, which honestly is awesome to see. That even in something that seems awful falling, there's still hope, and Deku is rising once again with his teammates to combat this new evil. And they show everyone, which I do have to say, seeing everyone in this is odd, needless to say, because of the fact that hardly any of these teammates are actually, any of his classmates are going to be in this series. And of course, at the very end, we get the title screen with all of the heroes that will be really important in this series, including Ochako, Tsuyu, whatever her name is, I keep forgetting her name, the Dragoon hero, and Aizawa Sensei, Lemillion, and how important, holy crap, he is. We also see Red Riot, Sun Eater, Fat Gum, and Night Eye. These characters are extremely important to this series, and it's important to know that they are here. I do wish that they could have done more to actually show how important these things are, but honestly, I think that this is one of the best openings that we've had so far. Even though it may not be the most ground-shaking of openings, considering the fact that this is a very dark series and a very dark part of the series, I am honestly really glad that we got to see what we did. Now, like I've said before, this first arc is a very long arc. So long that Horikoshi-san actually said that he was sorry for making this arc so long in the second to last volume, saying, sorry that it's so long, don't worry, we'll be going into the next arc soon. But honestly, I think it was important for it to be as long as it was in the manga, considering the fact that it shows each of these characters really getting their own time to shine, especially people like Kirishima and Lemillion. These characters would not be able to grow as characters without them. Obviously, I do wish that the girls got more screen time, but unfortunately they won't. But they still have an important role to play. So, yeah. Hopefully, though, you guys enjoyed this video, and I, for one, am looking really forward to seeing what they do with this season. Hopefully, you guys are as well. If you are and you want to see more videos like this, then definitely leave a like on this video and let me know your theories and what you are most excited for this season down in the comments below. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, then definitely subscribe and ring that notification bell, because we do a lot of content like this. And if you want to support the channel even more, then we always have links down in the description below to where you can buy merch or you can buy the book. But hopefully this talk has helped you guys to understand the series, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I, for one, really enjoyed reading it, and I'm looking forward to seeing how things change in the anime. But anyways, guys, I have been Electro Ninja. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, but I will see you guys next time. But on.